Hi there, and welcome to the What's New webinar for Mercury SMS. In this webinar, we're going to be taking a look at all of the new features that are being made available in version 1.11, which is going to be available from the App Exchange as of Friday, the 10th of February 2017. Let's take a quick look at the new features and then we'll jump into some detail. So we've got some really cool features coming in this new release, and by far the thing that we think is the most amazing is the new SMS Inbox. It's giving you real-time visibility of any new messages immediately as they pop into Mercury SMS. So we'll take a look at that. In addition to that, we are now able to do a bulk SMS to user records, and something that's been requested by a number of clients is the ability to assign a message media account to an individual user by default. So that's now something that we're introducing as well. So in addition to those major features, we've got a number of minor enhancements and known issue fixes that we're also adding in as part of this release, and we'll run through those as and when we go through the webinar. So now let's jump in and take a look at the SMS Inbox. By far, the SMS Inbox is the coolest thing that we've got coming in this new release of Mercury. It basically provides you with an inbox inside Salesforce that will automatically display messages as they're received. It's going to show you all of the inbound messages assigned to you as an individual user, and you get visibility of key things. So looking at the screen here, we can see an example of the SMS Inbox, and it shows us links to it identifies the object that the message has been associated to. There's a link through to the specific record. So for example, the lead, the case, the account, etc. You can also jump through and view the task record. You get to see the entire message in context of the inbox there, and you can also keep track of the date and time that the messages were received. Now you're able to add the SMS Inbox into your sidebar inside Salesforce Classic. You can add it to the homepage of Lightning Experience. You can also access it via Salesforce One, and what's really cool is you're able to add it to your Service Cloud console. So first of all, let's take a look at the SMS Inbox inside Salesforce Classic. So you can see here on my home page I have the SMS Inbox that I've already added to my sidebar. Now this can be made available wherever I am inside Salesforce. So if I jump into the leads object, you'll see that I still have access to the inbox. So I can literally get a notification immediately when a message is received from wherever I am. So if I jump onto an example record here, and I'm just going to quickly send a message. So I'm going to send that from the SMS feed. You'll see that that message has popped into my phone. So now what I can do in Salesforce, if I've navigated away from this page, so let's say I'm back on the home page, and the person responds to that message. Once that's been sent, we'll jump back into Salesforce, and we'll see that that message has automatically popped into my feed. So what I'm able to do is see the entire message, see the date and time. I can see it was attached to a lead, it's attached to Mick Fanning, and I can either look at the task record, so I can see the message there. Alternatively, I can jump straight through to the lead record, and then I'm in context of that record for that person, and again I can be chatting on the SMS feed. As I mentioned, we're also able to use the SMS Inbox on the Lightning Experience homepage. So if I jump into Lightning now, I've already adjusted my Lightning Experience homepage to where I've added in the SMS Inbox. As you can see here, as I load the page, it automatically provides me with access to my SMS Inbox, and you can see there immediately all of my messages are there for me to use. We also have the ability to access the SMS Inbox from our Salesforce One mobile app by simply adding it to the Salesforce One navigation. So if I click on the navigation menu in the top left, you'll see I have the SMS Inbox available to me. By selecting that, it will load up, and again I'll have access to all of the records that I've got in the SMS Inbox. clicking either the task or the link to the record will take me directly to those record details inside Salesforce 1. We also have the ability to access the SMS inbox from inside the Service Cloud console. If I jump into a console here, you can see down the bottom I have access to my inbox. I can simply open that and I'll get a real-time feed of any new messages coming in. If I select an existing record, it will open it up inside my Service Cloud console. I then have the ability to communicate with the client from the feed. I can also open the task record as well. Instructions on adding the SMS inbox to the sidebar in Classic, to the Lightning Experience homepage, Salesforce 1 and to the Service Cloud console are all contained in the release notes. Already in Mercury SMS, we have the ability to send an SMS message to an individual user. Now we are introducing the ability to do a bulk SMS to a group of users. We're going to be able to do this via a new Visualforce page that has been added to Mercury and is accessible via the SMS to Users tab here. So if I click on that, that will load up all of my users. I'm able to select different list views here that are driven from the user page, but ultimately what I can do is simply select the users that I want to send a message to, click on the Send SMS button. That will open up the Compose message page, and I'm able to type out my message to my user or select a template, and it will send that message to all of the selected users. One thing to note with regards to SMS messages that are being sent or received from a user is obviously the sharing rules around the task object. As there will be no related to value, unless you are a system administrator, only the individual user will be able to view these task records. As a system administrator, you will be able to view the SMS messages, and it's recommended that you create a report that includes all tasks that contain user in the subject. Another major enhancement that's coming in this release of Mercury, which we know is going to be greatly received by a number of our clients, is the ability to assign a message media number to a user by default. So as you're probably aware, you can have multiple message media accounts. You're now going to be able to specify a default account to use every time an individual user sends a message. So to support this, a new field has been added to the user object called Mercury SMS default account. So we'll just jump in and take a look at what that means. So on the setup and configuration page, we obviously put in the account and the username and password of our default message media account here. We also have the account manager page, and that allows us to load in additional accounts that we may have with message media here. So you can see here I've got a customer service and marketing and operations. These might be different numbers. Now I might say I want to actually assign the customer service account to my user record by default, so anytime I send a new message it will always come from that number. So I do that by going to my user record. If I scroll down, you'll see that new field, and this will need to be added to your page layout before you can see it, but you can see here Mercury SMS default account. So what I'm able to do is simply click edit, scroll down to the page and put in customer service, and that's the name of my the name of my message media account that I want to use. So going forward, any messages that I send from this system will automatically use that number. This default account, once specified, will also be used for messages via the SMS feed, from SMS templates, and any messages that are triggered via workflow rules. So that's all of the major enhancements coming as part of this new release. Now if we take a look at a few of the smaller features that we're adding in as well, or addressing a few known issues, let's just take a look at what they include. So until now we haven't been able to send an SMS message to a child object that is part of a master detail relationship. So pleased to announce that that's now going to be possible, and you're going to be able to send a message in a master detail relationship down to 5 levels. We're also including support for sending SMS messages from the assets object, and in terms of picking up an owner for that record, it will default to the owner of the related account. If there is no related account, it will default to the contact owner instead. Few things that we're tidying up. The pick lists in and around the pages are now all being sorted alphabetically, and one major thing that we're including is an enhancement to the web push URL. The web push URL has been updated so it no longer will reference the instance of your Salesforce org. So for example, you might be on NA1 or EU0 or AP4. So some clients had experienced some issues receiving inbound messages when Salesforce had transferred them to a new instance. So for example, moving from NA1 to NA4. The enhancement to the web push URL means that there's no longer a reference to the instance. So anyone that does get migrated from one org to another will no longer experience any disruption. And please note there's nothing required from your end on this. It's all just going to happen automatically in the background. Again, to support clients that are using multiple message media accounts, we're now tracking the number that the inbound message was sent to, so you'll be able to identify on each individual message which of your message media numbers that was sent to. And finally, on the Inbox app, one of the things that we've done there is simply remove the logo from the main section of the Inbox app, just to free up some space so you can see you get more real estate to actually look at the messages. So the part that we're all waiting for, when's Mercury going to be available? When's the new release coming? So as of the 10th of February, it will be available for you to manually upgrade via the App Exchange simply by clicking the Get It Now button, and then we will be automatically upgrading all Sandbox orgs on 17th of February, and we'll be automatically upgrading all production orgs on the 24th of February. So that's all of the new features. We really hope that you're excited as we are. We're really looking forward to seeing how you use the SMS inbox in particular, and we'd certainly love to hear from you. So any ideas that you've got for new suggestions, please feel free to get in touch, and hope you enjoy the new product. Thanks, guys.